Hello, brother teacher here. Today I would like to talk to you about toxicity in the human body. In other words, when our bodies are potentially poisoned, what causes our bodies to become poisoned and or toxic? The world in which we live is toxic. So, what are the causes of a toxic body? I'm going to go through a list of things that causes toxicity in the body, the human body, your body, my body, anyone's body. But before I do that, I want to say this. Hundreds of years when we lived fundamentally on the land and off the land, uh, a lot of plants, chemical plants and industries did not exist. So we were not exposed to vast amounts of pollution and chemicals in the air and so forth. And it was not until the Industrial Revolution, somewhere about that time, when man began to mass produce products for human use and consumption, did we then begin to see more chemicals and toxic materials in our environment. Now, the causes of a toxic body are really simple. It's the food we eat, such as processed foods. If it's not organic, it's not real, and chemicals are added to it, and preservatives and various other things to keep it from spoiling on the grocery floor shelf, then it causes toxicity in the body. The water is no different. The water is full of chemicals, chlorine, arsenic, heavy metals, aluminum. Um, what else? Cadmium, palladium, iron, lead. The list just goes on. So there are metals in our water as well, not to mention the fact that we have prescription drugs that are pharmaceutical drugs, that is, that have been flushed down the toilets into our water systems, made its way into our water reservoirs and so forth, and then we end up consuming that water through our municipal supply coming through our own sinks in our homes. So the air we breathe, I touched on that a moment ago. All of the chemical factories, and not just simply chemical factories, but production factories, period, automobile industry, the food industry, the textile industry, you see plumes of smoke and soot and all types of things being spewed out into our atmosphere, into our air, not to mention the trains, the planes, the automobiles, and so forth, and all of the different electrical and cell phone towers and so forth. All of these things are putting negative ions, if you will, into the atmosphere, into the air that we breathe every single day, and we are absorbing those things and breathing in those things. Alcohol consumption. Most people don't want to hear this that are drinkers, even casual drinkers, recreational drinkers. Alcohol, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to say, it's not food. It serves absolutely no benefit to the human body. As a matter of fact, when you drink alcohol, you affect your body in a negative way. I don't care if it does feel good to have a buzz. It does not dismiss the fact that it harms your body over time, especially the liver, which is your body's poison center, primarily. Also, pharmaceutical drugs. If it's not natural, when we are natural and we're putting something that's made in the laboratory into our bodies, it's going to cause a toxic effect. And ultimately, it's going to cause our health to fail. And right before our health fails completely, our organs internally are going to start to break down and not function the way they were designed to function by nature. Lack of physical activity and exercise. People are lazy today. They don't want to do any work. A lot of people tell me and have told me, I get my exercise. I go up and down the steps to do laundry in the house. That's not truly exercise. Or I get my exercise. I walk outside my door to pick up the newspaper, or I walk the dog out in the yard. Truly, that's not exercise. Exercise is when you put stress on your heart so that you have a cardiovascular upsurge, if you will, and you begin to breathe heavy as a result of the exertion that you are applying on your body, through rapid pace walking, jogging, jumping or skipping rope, running even, doing sit-ups and push-ups and other calisthenics and kinetically associated exercises to get your heart rate up so that you can burn calories, so that your heart can stay strong, so you can help your circulatory system and all of your body's internal systems function at their optimal. That's exercise. Sitting in your chair eating pork rinds and drinking beer, watching your favorite TV show is not exercise. Getting up, standing on your feet to wash clothing is not exercise. Getting up to cook a meal for your family that takes you an hour and a half to 2 hours to cook is not real exercise. Exercise is just what it says. You are putting stress on the human organism, which is you. That's exercise. And that's one of the reasons we have toxic bodies as well. Your body was designed to move. Also, lack of sunlight and fresh air. We are so babyfied. We are so spoiled with air conditioner. Especially in the summertime. I have people come in my home or they come in my store and they say, boy, I'm going to steal some of your air, suck up some of your air for a minute. Air conditioner is okay, but it's temporary. Should be temporary. It should not be a mainstay. It should not be something that you use on a 24/7 basis every single day, most of the day when it's hot outside. Open your windows of your home or your business, your office, and get fresh air. We are creatures that are living, biologically put together by the Creator, by God. We were designed to move. We were designed to eat real food. We were designed to drink real water. We were designed to breathe in oxygen, not some chemicals that are used to produce cold air, freon in the air, especially in your cars, your automobiles, and your homes. That is not real air. That is artificial air. It feels good. It's psychologically benefiting to most of us, but it's harmful to your body over time. Okay, the last one is a poor state of mind. Anger and depression can cause toxicity in the body as well. You're supposed to be upbeat. You're supposed to be positive. You're supposed to be happy. We have the emotion of anger, sadness, and joy or happiness. We possess all of those characteristics and or traits. Which one should you possess most of the time and exhibit? Happiness. Well, if you're not happy, you need to find out why it is that you're not happy. If you're not upbeat and positive and you don't feel encouraged, you need to find out why you don't and rectify it, correct it. Get around and associate yourself with people that are of a positive mind, who are trying to do something positive in life, who have career goals and aspirations, and they're motivated. Get around those types of individuals. When you hang around people who are always negative, constantly speaking negative and speaking down on you or about other people, you're going to get sucked into that as well, and you're going to be that type of individual, and you'll never reach your full potential as a happy person. Not to say that we don't experience trauma in our lives, not to say that we don't experience hardships in our lives, because we do on a daily basis, some of us. But you must realize that you are the most intelligent being on this planet, and you're supposed to be the one that leads by example. So especially as you're getting older, in your middle age and older, you're supposed to not be someone that's bitter and sad and angry all of the time. When are you going to wake up and be happy? As I said, I can't draw you a picture, but all I can say is this: read between the lines if that's what you feel you have to do. I'm not speaking in riddles. Understand this. Again, Find out what it is. It's your body, it's your life. Find out what it is that's making you unhappy and change it. If it's really making you sad and bitter, and even if you're anguished by someone or some circumstance or some past events, face the event, face the person, and deal with it. And take that burden off of yourself, those pressures off of yourself, because when you suffer emotional stress, your body suffers as well, and that's toxic. Okay? So if you need some advice, if you want to talk about something specific that I could possibly help you with, let me know.